Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमयों विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतिष्ठे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुर्लंघायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरं श्री गुरुदिनतारिणं हरे कृष्णा. So we are following the beautiful discussions on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2nd, contents of the Gita summarized, text number 16. Nasato vidyate bhavo na bhavo vidyate sataha ubhayopi drishyantam tu anayo tattvadarshibhi Translation: those who are seers of the truth have concluded that the non-existent, the material body, there is no adherence and the external soul, and the external soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both. I will read it again. Those who are seers of the truth have concluded that the non-existent, that is the material body, there is no endurance, and of the eternal soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both, means body and the soul. Krishna is continuing that how it is important to understand the soul, which is there in our body, which makes the body active, and that is actually permanent, and the body is not permanent. Then Srila Prabhupada writes, there is no endurance of the changing body. The body is changing every moment by the actions and reactions of different cells, is admitted by the modern science, and thus growth and old age are taking place in the body. But the spirit soul exists permanently, remaining the same despite of all changes of the body and the mind. This is the difference between matter and spirit. By nature, the body is ever changing and the soul is eternal. This conclusion is established by all classes of seers of truth, both impersonalist and personalist. In the Vishnu Puran 2.12 and 38, it is stated that Vishnu and his avodes all have self-imaginated spiritual existence. The word existent and non-existent refer only to spirit and the matter. That is the version of all seer of truth. So Prabhupada continues, it is a very big purpose, so we will be discussing about the whole thing here in our Sangha today, which is very, very relevant for all of us. So as Krishna speaks about it in 2.13 as well, Krishna says, Dehin asmin yatha dehe komaram jovanam jara tatha dehanantara prapti tatha dehanantara prapti. So Krishna says that this soul is staying in the heart of the living entity, and because of that there are different changes in the body. So he says that as the soul enters the body with the semen of the father to the mother's body, and then as a soul, the situation comes when everything is perfect, depending on their last desire, the soul enters in the body. So as we know, and then it changes. Komaram jovanam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhira sattana muyati. And then there is a lot of changes takes place. And Srila Prabhupada writes here correctly, because Srila Prabhupada is a pure devotee of Krishna. And he tells that even the medical science is proving also that. So it has been stated, within few years the whole body cells changes in our body. How? And we get a totally new body. Now the thing is, the body changes, the external energies of Krishna makes the body change, and the whole world is changing actually. And because of that change, we become bewildered. Actually, it has been stated by Shankaracharya that there's a very nice shloka, which many times you must have heard. He says, Pundarapi jananam, Pundarapi maranam, Pundarapi janani jachade shayanam, mahi sansare bahudustare kripa parayedi murare. So, a living entity, depending on its desire, he gets a body. And in that body, he tries to enjoy. And then he changes, in the body. And again he dies, again he takes body. Unless and until he surrenders to Lord Krishna. As in the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes that Vishnu Loka and his abode is always illuminated, is always bright, because it is eternal. And the soul is actually the part and parcel of the Lord. And because the Lord is always in bliss, the Lord's form is Ishvara Paramakrishna Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadi Radi Govinda Sarvakarana Karana. And that's why he is always fresh. And because we are the part and the parcel, the soul is the part and parcel of the Lord. That is the reason the soul is also having the quality, the eternity, blissfulness, and full of knowledge. However, in this material world, when a person takes birth, he cries, the baby cries in the womb of his mother. It has been stated in the scriptures that the baby or the soul cries, please make me out from this womb, I am suffering. I will remember you, I will never forget you. Because the nature of this world is, unless and until you are in trouble, you don't understand actually what you have. And not only that, you don't understand what to do. And then you become humble. So that's why the living entity, because of his desires only, he takes a body. All of us, we got body because we had some desires to be fulfilled. And then he pleads, to Krishna, please make me out from this body. Krishna says, okay, you will be remembering me? So yes, I will remember you. And then once it comes out from the mother's womb, he sees all the, beautiful lights, beautiful talks, beautiful singing, beautiful things, and it forgets the real essence of life, that is self-realization. And then, as Krishna says, Devi Haisha Gunamai Mumaya Durattaya, that this material nature, three modes of material nature, the mode of ignorance, mode of goodness, and mode of passion, makes that living entity bewildered. He forgets Krishna. Krishna bhuli ji anadi bahir mukh atoye mayata hriday samsar do. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, they get bewildered. They forget what is the purpose of life, why I have come here. Sometimes, when the students come, and the student life is like that, the youth, teenage, and then they are young and they go to the college. We also have gone through the same experience. And then, sometimes the teacher says, hey, why you are not coming to the classes? You don't forget why your parents have sent you to the college and universities. And this goes on because we forget actually. We become very attached to this body. The example has been given, the body and the soul is just like a parrot in a cage. A lady used to have a cage, golden cage, and inside that golden cage there was a parrot. But the golden cage, just to make that golden cage very bright and beautiful, she used to shine it by putting some chemicals, and then she will make it shine, will brush it with cloth, and then it will shine. That one day she saw that parrot is dead because she forgot to feed the parrot, which is actually the beauty, so-called beauty of the cage. We don't support. We should not put anything in cages. Just for example, I'm just giving it to you. So basically, the body is something like that. We take care of this body very nicely. Wherever you go in the whole world, you will get innumerable numbers of things, starting from shampoo to cream, lotions, perfumes, and dresses, and so many other things, just to make this body so beautiful, which is actually perishable. If you don't take bath, one day what happens to your body? So that's why when Srila Prabhupada went to a very big university in US, and there were so many things there present, but when Srila Prabhupada asked, is there any subject that you teach in university about soul? They said that no, sir, we don't have any department which deals with the soul and gives knowledge about the soul. That is the pitiable condition of the world, and that's why every living entity in this material world, especially the human beings, suffer a lot. Because we identify ourselves with the body. And because of that body, we get attached. As we in our last class, we have decided, we discussed already. And then this attachment to body and the byproduct of the body, my son, my daughter, my wife, my family, my area of staying, my state, my country, my world, my universe, the center is me. So Srila Prabhupada in the early days of ISKCON was giving a talk that how this body is nothing but made of bones and chemicals and all, smelly things. And then he said that you should not be attracted. Why? Because you have to understand and see things in the eyes of the scriptures. So everybody heard that. All the youths were there, the boys were there on that day. And then they came out from the class, and then they saw a very beautiful woman dressed very beautifully, very attractive. And then immediately everybody was looking, And then another person said, hey, you didn't remember what the Swamiji has said? It is nothing but mixed of bones, chemicals and so many other substances. It is nothing, it's a package of bones and etc. etc. Another person said, it's bone and flesh and skin, but very nicely packaged, very beautifully packaged. So that's, and then they understood it. So similarly, we decorate this body with so many things. Yes, we need to take care of this body. Why? That we can serve the Lord. We can be fit. We can do service for others. And we can take care of many things which brings auspiciousness to this world. Otherwise, what is the use of taking care of body and making it fit? And because of this attachment of the body, people suffer. So that's why here it has been stated, the seer of truth, those who are very intelligent people, the sober person, they don't get bewildered by the change. Those who are very attached to this body, they suffer a lot actually. But those who are spiritually strong, they see what is the ultimate thing. What is going to give me the eternal happiness? That is very important. So that's why it has been stated that we have to invest for the spiritual understanding which comes from the spirit. Spirit means the Atma, the soul. And when we understand we are not this body, we are actually the spirit soul which has been connected with the yoga process to the Lord. And our real duty is Jive Swarupa Krishna Nityada, to serve the Lord. Then every living entity becomes very happy. He never finds that anyone is insulting him, anyone is giving pain to him, no. So it is very important for all of us to understand that we have to come out from this consciousness of body and then understand the soul's journey, that how we can aim the journey. Journey is very nice. Now especially everybody must be planning for journey, right? We want to go here, we want to go there, right? How many of you are planning? Planning? Lot of planning is going on. Let's this time go, and the first place I will be going to Vrindavan. I will go to Jagannath Puri. I will go to somewhere. But just imagine, when you travel a lot, what happens to you? You become tired and exhausted and fatigued. That's why it is said that you must sometimes say, oh, I need to be in home. Home, sweet home. So all the living entities in this material world, they are all having a journey actually. Punarapi jananam, Putrapi maranam, janam maram, janam maram, janam maram, going on, going on, going on. And whenever we take a body here, which is perishable, which is changing, you get more four problems: Janma, Mrityu, Jara and Vyadhi, both old age, disease and death. And as a bonus also comes the Adidevik, Adibhautik and Adhyatmic klesha. Adibhautik means giving, getting pain from other living entities which we are going through. Adibhautik means coming, sometimes, you get problems from the gods and goddesses. And then the mind and spiritual, mind gives a lot of trouble. So these all come in a package when you take a body. It may be a millionaire's body, it may be a body of American body, Chinese body, African body, Indian body, but body is body. There is no change of that. And whoever is taken good, they have to die. So we need to take care of our body. We need to be fit. For what? To do something good for this whole world and for the people who are actually the part and parcel of the Lord. And then we need to invest our time for understanding the journey of the soul. When you go back to your home, the soul gets connected with the Lord. You feel so relaxed. You feel so, I have come back to home. I need my bed. It's so nice. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. So that's why it has been stated that we need to balance in this too. Yes, we are not saying even that you neglect your body. No neglecting. Don't neglect your body. We need to take care of our body. Why I got this body, that I have to know. Why I have taken birth as a human form of life, especially. So here, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, you focus on the soul, not the body. Because anyway it is going to be perished. So with this body you do something wonderful which will be a source of happiness for everyone. Similarly also, sometimes some people ask me, no, please pray for me. I should be protected. Please pray for my well-being. Then you are getting the prayers, but then we need to understand that we are praying for everyone's good well-being, and when we are getting that prayers, I need to also do something substantial. So that's why it has been stated that a living entity who is intelligent enough, he never wastes for those things which is going to be which are going to be non-permanent in this world. Asashvatam and dukkhalayam in this material world. And the most important thing is the personality which is there in our heart as the soul. Our journey, that our eternal journey, gets fulfilled when we connect ourselves with the Lord. And then everything becomes very nice. Then when we understand that, the seekers, the spiritualists, they see in the perception of the soul. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini sunichena sapakecha pandita sanadarshana. You become pandit, you become intelligent, and you see everything. We see every single living entity in association with the Lord. And then everything becomes auspicious. So that's why it is very important for all of us to understand that we got this human form of life, and we have to be thankful that we got this intelligent body. We are humans, our everything is working. We should be thankful for that. And then what we need to do? What we need to do? Because unless and until we value it, and you take care of it, and with it you use something substantial, otherwise what is the use of this body? Otherwise it will be just shrama hi kevalam, it will be just like a waste. We don't want to waste your body, right? You want to use it for a good purpose. There is a very beautiful pastime of the Lord. I will just quickly tell you that Krishna was testing one of his disciples, one of his devotee actually, Mayuradhwaj. His palace is here in Tamluk, in Mednipur. And the Krishna actually wanted to test him, and he said that I need half of your body for some service, and your son has to cut it, just like a test. And then as his son was cutting, about to cut, at that time Krishna said, "Why you are crying?" Then that pure devotee of the Lord, King Mayuradhwaj, said, his name comes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He says that, "My Lord, my dear Brahmana, only half of my body is getting used for your service and half will be a waste." Just imagine. And Krishna became so happy. He embraced him and blessed him with so much good fortune and with his unlimited, unalloyed devotional service. So for that reason, when we got this life, we have all got, all of you are in the same human form of life. And what we need to do, we no need to waste it. And we need to use it for the higher purpose. And what is that higher purpose? Chanakya Pandit says a very nice shloka. He says, "Chalat chittam, chalat vittam, chalat jivana jovanam, chalat chalat idam sarvam, kirtir jasya sajivati." That, if you really want to be a good person and you really value the human form of life, then we must understand this shloka very nicely. I will repeat it. Chalat chittam, chalat vittam, chalat jivana jovanam, chalat chalat idam sarvam, kirtir jasya sajivati. That means that chalat chittam, he is saying, mind is flickering. Sometimes it is here, sometimes it is there. Mind. Chalat chittam. Chalat vittam. Vitta means money. Sometimes it is there, sometimes it is not there, it is gone. Chalat chittam, chalat vittam, chalat jivana jovana. Life and youth will also go away. Chalat chittam, chalat vittam, chalat jivana jovanam, chalat chalat idam sarvam. Everything in this material world will go away. Right? No, nothing is going to stay. We are never going to stay. At least the body. Chalat chittam, chalat vittam, chalat jivana jovanam, chalat chalat idam sarvam. But one thing stays back, and that is kirti jasya sajivati. Kirti means when you do something wonderful, substantial for the humankind. And when you speak something wonderful, when you do something wonderful, and especially in connection with the spirituality. Because spirituality only makes a person happy from within. If you see the life of Srila Prabhupada, in the old age, he did something which is so much kirti, so much yash, so much wonderful thing he has done. Why? Because he fully utilized the order of his spiritual master and his human form of life, being a devotee of the Lord. Similarly, if we just follow him, if we just follow Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, if we just follow Srimad Bhagavatam's teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, then this knowledge will help us to do something wonderful. When you may say, "Well, I cannot be like Prabhupada," we don't need to be like Srila Prabhupada because we cannot be like Prabhupada. Because he is being blessed, he is an amazing personality. We cannot imitate him, but we can follow his footsteps. And by doing that also, we will be Kirtiman also. It's like all the devotees who served Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Their names are there in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Mangal. All the devotees who have served Sri Krishna, their all names are there in Srimad Bhagavatam 10 canto. All the devotees have served Srila Prabhupada. Their names are there in Prabhupada Lilamrita. And those who are serving now. So let us take advantage of this spiritual knowledge. Use it. That's like we have a lot of time now. What we are doing with the time? Are we taking full advantage of it? And making ourselves more closer to Krishna? Hearing, chanting, dancing, and making the other person happy by giving Krishna? That question we should ask to ourselves. And then rest depends on the Lord. If we try our level best, Krishna will bless. So 2.16 speaks about those who are intelligent enough. They don't give so much importance to the perishable body. They give always importance to the eternal soul, about the spiritual soul, and what we can do for it. Because all the bank balance will be here only. But the spiritual bank balance will go with us, with our soul, wherever it is going. So let us put our credits, all the deposits in our spiritual bank. And the easiest way to become spiritual and understand that we are the subordinate, the Lord is the person who to be served. And then when we simply chant, Kali dosho nidhirajanasti ekaman guna kirtanevasya krishnasya mukta sangat param brajat. First, by chanting in this age of Kali, everything is, inauspicious. But one thing is very auspicious, and that is the chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. When you chant, you are with the Lord. You understand you have to serve the Lord. The meaning of Hare Krishna mantra is all attractive Krishna, all praise in Ram, eternal potency. Srimati Radharani, please engage in your devotional service. A person who is always Krishna conscious, he loving Krishna, chanting Krishna's name, he will be never bewildered. Because when a person is attached to the body and thinking about only body and bodily things, the bodily attractions, the bodily products, he will be always in fear. He will be always making permutation and combinations. I am this, I am that, he is saying that, he is saying that. But the person who understands that I got this opportunity, let me use it, then he will be always free. He will be always singing something more wonderful. And then all this small, in Hindi there is chota mota cheez. In Hindi we say, no, chota mota cheez. We don't care. Because we have a higher purpose. Your consciousness level goes up. Urudam gacchati sattvato madhye tishta rajasa jaganna guna vrittasya adho gacchanti tamasa. Your consciousness becomes so pure. It comes out from tamagun to rajagun, rajagun to sattvagun. And then eternally, when we practice Krishna consciousness with determination, then when we with the help of the books, shastras, and chanting association of devotees, and with taking care of serving the deities, visiting Dham, then what happens? At that time you come to the stage of pure devotional service, Shuddha Sattva. In that way, we make our life so happy. So how many of you want to be happy? And all the tension should go away. How many of you? All of you. Okay. So just follow Bhagavad Gita. Follow, understand why we are here. We are practicing Krishna consciousness for so many years. We have to be more serious. Just by understanding that, let me be serious now. And then if you take one step, Krishna will come so many steps towards you. Thank you very much. And I will end with a very beautiful sloka. It has been stated, the human being who understands that his mother is Lakshmi, father is Janardana Krishna, and his friends are Vaishnavas, his whole home becomes all auspicious, as if all the wealth of the whole world and whatever wealth is there has come to his home. Mata cha Kamala Devi, Pita Devo Janardana, Bandhava Vishnu Bhakstasva, Swadesho Bhunatrayam. Very nice sloka. Chanakya Pandit says this. You want to hear again? Mata cha Kamala Devi, that the person who considers and accepts his mother is Mahalakshmi. Kamala Devi means who comes in Kamala. Kamala means lotus. For us, it's Radharani. Radharani is actually Lakshmi. She is a source of all Lakshmi. Mata cha Kamala Devi, Pita Deva Janardana. The father is Janardana. Janardana means Krishna, who is a well-wisher of everyone. Janardana is a well-wisher of everyone. Bandhava Vishnu Bhaktascha. Bandhava means his friends are devotees of the Lord. Vishnu Bhaktascha. Vishnu Bhaktas. Swadesho Bhuvanatvrayam. Swadesho means where he stays, that home becomes Bhuvanatvrayam. All the wealth of all types of wealth. All types of wealth means strength, money, auspiciousness, what do you call that? Name, fame, everything comes. Who accepts Mata cha Kamala Devi, Pita Deva Janardana, Bandhava Vishnu Bhaktascha, Swadesha Bhuvanatvrayam. So let's try. We have accepted Kamala Devi, Radharani as our mother. Our father is Krishna, Govinda. Our friends are all of us. We are friends. We are all devotees of the Lord. And for that reason, wherever there is Kamala Devi, wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is devotees, the whole home becomes so auspicious. So that's why we are all very blessed. We are all blessed. Because Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Prabhuddhate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samhatma Sadurlava. You have all accepted Krishna as your master and everything. Who accepts that? Who are very lucky. Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Prabhuddhate. Because you have got that realization. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samhatma Sadurlava. So all of you, those who have accepted Krishna is Sudurlava, you are very rare. Let us make every living entity rare by giving them Krishna. Keep well, stay inside, and take precautions spiritually and materially as well. You need to be fit physically to worship the Lord spiritually. And in that way, our human form of life will be a big success. Tomorrow morning, I am going to speak Chaitanya Charitamrita, 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. So, you can come, those who understand Bengali. We are all praying for all of you in our Radha Govinda temple. Our Salil Bihar is going on. The boat festival is going on in a smaller way, but we are following the rules and regulations. And we are all praying for all of you. Beautiful darshans are happening. And very soon, all the darshans and everything is going to be online. Yes, and you will be blessed by taking these beautiful darshans. So thank you very much. We'll come again back on Saturday evening, 7 p.m. And I wish you all the best. Stay connected with Krishna. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. And then life becomes very auspicious. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Jatha ki, Srimad Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki, Salil Bihar Maha Mahotsav ki, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much.